Alabama head coach Kalen DeBoer may have tipped his hand and named accidentally a starting quarterback for the 2025 season. Stick around. Let's talk about it. This is Way Offsides. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever the case may be. Welcome to your favorite show on the YouTubes, Way Offsides. How you doing? How you been? Tell me in the comments. I want to make sure that you are having a good week. It's Monday. It's, we all are Garfield. We all hate Mondays. So I want to know if you are having a good week. My week is going well. Thanks for asking. That's not why you're here. You're here because it is May. It's starting to get hot outside. There's nothing to do. We're waiting on the 2025 football season. So we're talking about whatever we can. The most popular conversation to have right now is about quarterback. Now, I got lucky today and was hanging out with Clint Lamb and friends over at Cover Crimson in their live chat during a video earlier, and they talked a lot about what I'm going to talk about today too, and I agree with several of their points. And so I just want to say, obviously, if you guys have watched the channel, you subscribe to the channel. If you're not, you should. I have a ton of respect for what they're doing over at Cover Crimson. And it's a topic worth talking about, worth doing our own video about. And so here we are. So last week, head coach Kalen DeBoer found himself on the Paul Finebaum Show. Now, for those of you who know me, you know how I feel about Mr. Paul Finebaum. I am not a fan of Finebaum. I think that he has made a career off of making people from the South look stupid and ignorant. And I think that it's just, we don't need any help doing that, right? And so, but Finebaum interviewed head coach Kalen DeBoer, as did a lot of other people in the past couple of weeks. Josh Pate's been with him. But the question, of course, just as it always has been, as it even was when Nick Saban was the head coach, is who's going to be your starting quarterback? Alabama sees two-year starter Jalen Milroe go to the NFL, to the Seattle Seahawks, and they have three capable guys in Tuscaloosa, and everybody seems to have a favorite. Everybody seems to know who it's going to be. But I think in terms of a fan perspective, we may be overcomplicating what's happening. I'm just saying. I did a really cool video on this over on our website. If you have not checked out our website, or not a cool video, but a couple of blog posts, over on our website, please go check it out. It looks great. We've done a ton of work. I just saw a typo. Golly. A ton of work on this website. So please go check it out. But there is a whole article about this that's going to go a lot more in depth than what I'm talking to you about here today. So please, when you're done here, go give that a read. There's tons of articles for you to read and check out. We've got some articles here about the SEC versus the Big Ten, and recruiting. Of course, you all absolutely love recruiting. So it's all there on the website for you, as are our videos. So what did Kalen DeBoer say, Cotton? Stop wasting time. Stop promoting your content and just tell us what he said. Okay, I'll tell you what he said. What Kalen DeBoer said in his interview with Paul Finebaum was this. I'm bringing it up because I want to read this verbatim, okay? I want to make sure you guys know exactly what was said verbatim. So he said, when asked about the quarterback position, we got three guys, and they're all really at different spots in their careers. Ty, having been in the program for a couple of years, and then really Austin Mack, getting a chance to take his first meaningful reps in practice this spring, and Keelon Russell joining as an early enrollee. So if you had to play, you kind of right now go with the veteran in Ty. Did a nice job this spring, as did the others. We just need to keep that competition going. They know that. That's their expectation, because they know that where they're at now isn't good enough to where we need to be to have the success we want to have as a football team. Sounds like a lot of coach speak, but I think that there are some underlying things there that we can really derive from, extrapolate, if you will, and really get an understand of Kalen DeBoer's thought process. Now, I think the conversation really ramped up, and it's really seems like it's been Ty versus Keelon Russell. Poor Austin Mack kind of gets thrown to the side in this conversation, but I think Austin Mack is a very capable quarterback. But it seems that fans always want to talk about, is it going to be Ty or is it going to be Keelon Russell? Now, Keelon Russell, we all know, 5-star, the number 2 quarterback out of the 2025 class, came in, and the expectations are huge for him. They are lofty. Alabama fans, if they're good at one thing, they are good at putting very, very heavy expectations on young kids. We have been doing it for years. And Keelon Russell's going to be absolutely no daggum difference. But if you look at where everything's pointing, all the evidence, everything that you can derive from and make your best hypothesis, your best educated guess, everything points at Ty Simpson, as do DeBoer's comments. He even said it. If we're playing right now, you got to go with the veteran in Ty Simpson. So it is Ty's job for now. It is Ty Simpson's job to lose, I believe, wholeheartedly. Now, what does that mean long term? It means that when Alabama takes the field in Tallahassee against FSU on Labor Day weekend, Ty Simpson will be your starting quarterback. I have made a bet with everybody in the Way All Sides crew on our live that if it's not Ty Simpson, I will buy somebody a game ticket. One of you, a game ticket next season. I'm that confident that Ty Simpson will be the starting quarterback at FSU. But I'm not confident that he'll remain the starting quarterback the entire season. Now, I kind of feel strongly about this in the sense that we saw last year that Kalen DeBoer is either a victim of the locker room politics or he's a loyal guy. There were several instances last season where he could have and maybe even should have pulled Jalen Milroe. Several instances where we could have made an argument like, okay, it's time, sit him down. I saw several times, especially the Oklahoma game, where a lot of people had been defending Jalen Milroe all season, finally just kind of like had enough and were like, all right, like we got to sit him. We got to try something else. It never happened. It absolutely never happened. For whatever reason, XYZ, it did not happen. So would Kalen DeBoer ever, let's say Ty Simpson is the starter, would he ever bench him? I don't know. I don't know. But I can almost guarantee you that you are going to see Austin Mack and Keelon Russell at some point on the field taking live game snaps next season. It may be in mop-up duty. It may, God forbid, be due to injury, but you will see them at some point in time. I think the natural procession is going to be Ty Simpson, Austin Mack, then Keelon Russell. Nick Saban spoke to this a few weeks ago about when you're bringing in these 5-star quarterbacks or you're bringing in these first-round quarterbacks into the NFL, you expect to plug and play them, and they're not getting time to sit and develop. A lot of these kids don't want to do that. Well, Keelon Russell, Alabama, I'm sure, has an NIL deal in place with Keelon Russell, so he's getting paid. So if Bama can keep him on campus and they start Ty Simpson this year, it is Keelon Russell's show going into the 2026 season. He absolutely 100% knows that. Without a shadow of a doubt, he knows that it is his show. It will be his ship in 2026. He will be the favorite to win the starting quarterback job. And he's going to be this guy that everybody's looking forward to. Now, Clint and company over at Cover Crimson talked this morning about the ESPN article that talked about the true freshmen to keep an eye on that are going to be sensational in the fall. One of them was Keelon Russell. I think Keelon Russell's going to do great things, but I think he's going to do them in mop-up duty. Because when you look at the team, who gives the team the best chance at success in the long run, it is going to be Ty Simpson. He's been there the longest. He's got the most experience. It just makes sense. Simpson was just brought on to the Manning Passing Academy. We've seen some storied Alabama quarterbacks be given that honor in the past. He was He was voted to the team's leadership team. Everything is pointing at Ty Simpson, man. Ladies and gentlemen, your starting quarterback in 2025 is going to be Ty Simpson. I don't know if he'll maintain the job throughout the season. It's hard because when you look at upside of the three guys, the highest ceiling is for Keelon Russell. That's not to say that Ty Simpson can't come out and have a Mac Jones-esque season, but I caution you, and I said this to Clint and the guys this morning, I caution you in making those comparisons. They can be detrimental and very, very dangerous. It was a completely different unit at a completely different time when Mac Jones was the quarterback. The situation is similar in that Jones is coming into a similar atmosphere, but Mac Jones was sitting behind Jalen Hurts, Tua, right? Some of the best that Alabama's ever had. He had some of the best Alabama ever had throw into him. He had Najee Harris in the backfield. He had a crazy good offensive line. Whoever the starting quarterback is at Alabama is going to have a lot of talent. We don't know if it's going to be that kind of talent. So we have to be patient and be mindful of those expectations, because all you're doing is setting yourself up for failure. A quarterback, it doesn't matter how good they are, they're going to make mistakes. And you ride with your quarterback through those mistakes. The problem, because this quarterback controversy in Tuscaloosa has the fan base split. And sadly, I'll just say it, sadly, in a sense, sometimes it's split based off the color of these guys' skin, which is ridiculous. I don't care if a player is white, black, or yellow. Whoever gives my team the best chance to win, that's who I want in there. But there's this split in the fan base. And so what's going to happen is, as soon as Ty Simpson makes a mistake or loses a game, and Alabama's going to lose a game in 2025, at least one game. The first time that happens, the other side of the fence that thinks Keelon Russell is going to be the starter is going to be calling and hollering for him to start, because he's a true freshman that you're wanting to come in and play some of the best defenses in college football. And you want this team to make the playoff. Alabama really needs to make the playoff this season for recruiting. It needs to happen to show the country that there's not a huge drop-off. We've talked all off season about how 2025 is a wash and we can explain it away. Well, if the same thing happens 2024, if the same thing happens in 2025, so who gives them the best chance to make the playoff? I think Kalen DeBoer dropped that little nugget on the Paul Finebaum Show. I think it's Ty Simpson. I think it is a natty or bust situation with Ty Simpson. And I think Simpson is more than capable of getting Alabama there. He is he's a dual threat guy. He is more of a pure pocket passer, I think, than Jalen Milroe was. I think he'll be able to go through his progressions better, assuming the offensive line gives him time. And assuming that the wide receivers are doing their job, I think Simpson will be set up for success in 2025. And I think Alabama is going to make a very deep playoff run. And if, with Ryan Grubb, they're able to do exactly what we think that they're going to do, Alabama will be a national championship contending team in 2025. By midseason, they could potentially be the favorite to win it all. We'll see. But tell me in the comments below, do you think it's Ty Simpson? Do you think it's just coach speak? Are we grasping at straws here, making up narratives, or are we on to something? I hope you all are having a fantastic week. Like I said, it's only Monday. Hang in there. We've got a live show coming up Thursday night. We'd love to have you there. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We're posting shorts literally all the time. So many shorts and content. Go check out the website. We've got the blog. If you're not following us, you can follow us on all our social media accounts at Way Offsides. We're really trying to push followership on our Facebook page. We just launched that, and actually it's been launched for a while, but we're actually like doing stuff with it. So please go give that a like and a follow, and thank you guys for everything you do. We absolutely love you. Say your prayers, read your Bibles, wash your hands. Horns down. beat Auburn and LSU and Tennessee too. Roll Tide.